Saints Row 2, we're doing the activities, the downtown chop shop, AA Gamer for Life. Okay, so we're doing all the activities. Sometime back, we did videos on all the collectibles for Saints Row 2. It seemed like the things that would most likely be needed, the activities and the missions were done a long time back, back in 11 or 10, and didn't do any commentary on those videos, so we're redoing all the activities and story missions with some commentary over them. Get a look at the 8 vehicles that we need for this chop shop. Okay, one of the upsides to the chop shops is that you don't have to bring them back to the particular chop shop that you're doing the list for. So, like if you jack a vehicle and you're closer to any of the other chop shops, you can just deliver it to that one. And that makes it very nice, and sometimes it works out that way. Okay, so our first vehicle's over at the trailer park. We're heading in that direction. Usually the first few vehicles don't get you a wanted level, and then as you work your way down the list, you will get a wanted level for the vehicles.
Come back here.
Okay, normally what I'll do is I'll go to the area that you have to get the vehicle, and then kind of chill a little bit and wait for them to spawn up, and then other times they won't, so I'll just drive a block or so and kind of hang in the area a little bit until the vehicle spawns up. Okay, the first time I did this, I just collected all the vehicles and put them in my garage. By far, it's the easiest way to go. For instance, let's say you jack a SWAT truck and you put it in your garage over at the downtown area. Well, it's very easy just to take that vehicle out of your suburban crib and just drive it over to the chop shop, even with a 3-star wanted level, because you're so close. But this time around, we're going to go ahead and do it pretty much the way the game tells you to do it. Go to a particular area and then jack the vehicle. Okay, one of the things to do, which I did in the first, which I've been doing in all the chop shops, is basically do your best to try to get in front of the vehicle and then shoot the driver, so you avoid having what you just saw there, the guy getting all wigged out and just kind of going ballistic driving off. So if you don't shoot or hit the vehicle like that, that'll keep the guy from going all crazy. You just shoot the guy and take it. But sometimes you make a mistake and things like this will happen, so yeah, you got a crazy gangbanger shooting at you. You might want to get out of your vehicle and get the hell out of Dodge. But anyway, once you get the vehicle, follow it to the marker. If that's the chop shop that's closest to you, then take it there. But the downtown one and the suburban one pretty much are your go-to spots on this particular list. If you have a wanted level going, as soon as you hit the chop shop, the wanted level will disappear. And it's a good way to make some extra cash and get your respect built up. Me and Demented Priest are the kind of gamers that we like doing all this side stuff first before doing the missions. There's an over amount of missions. You got your 60 or so missions, which is cool. But by the time we get to them, we got infinite ammo and dual SMGs and pistols and stuff like that. So even like the taxi, you know, you'll see them all over the place, and what I'll do is I'll jack one and just throw it in my crib and just take it to the chop shop. But, you know, to do a video walkthrough, I'm going to go ahead and just pretty much do it the way the game tells you to do it. Go to that particular area and wait for it to spawn up. Okay, this suburban chop shop and your crib are very close together, and we're right on the edge of the suburban and then the high-end district, so you're kind of like right on the edge of both areas, so kind of works out well for you. Like right here, you can just run up to your crib to get a vehicle. This crib is like one of the first ones I'll buy when I start this particular game, and it's you know, you're pretty much your central area. It's got a helipad. It's basically in your go-to spot as far as I'm concerned. Alright, so like I mentioned, I'll pretty much go to the area, kind of find a place, chill. After a minute or so, nothing happens. I'll drive to another block and chill and just wait, and then sometimes just go into another block, the other vehicle will just spawn up. So I cut a lot of the waiting out. I'm sure you guys don't want to see me just sitting there, so eventually you'll see the little marker pop up. Like in this game, you'll see it looks like a little car on your mini map, and in Saints the Third, it was like a little chalk outline of a car. In this game, all the vehicles are mostly in transit. In the Third, a lot of the vehicles were like parked, and you had to, you know, shoot some people to get to it. And this thing is one ugly looking station wagon in my opinion, but hey, it's a vehicle that needs to be jacked, and we're the guy to do it, so. Okay, helpful tip, if you happen to have one of your own personal vehicles that is wanted by the chop shop list, be very careful not to drive into that blue marker, because even if you delivered it, it'll still take your car, and you can trust me on that one, because I lost a good vehicle doing that. It was just an accident. Didn't intend to really hit that blue marker, but I did, and it took my truck, and unfortunately, it was one of those vehicles that you just don't see very often. That kind of sucks. So, nevertheless, just keep that as a helpful tip. In my Saints vehicle here, that's the vehicle you get for after doing all the races, I believe. And it's a pretty sweet looking car. Again, in the area, pretty much, you know, find a place, chill for a bit, and like I said, I cut out the waiting part. And if something doesn't happen within a minute or two, I will drive off a block or so and just find a place to park and just wait. Again, if you use this system of getting in front of them, making them stop, get a beat on them, it makes your life a lot easier. If you hit them accidentally or start shooting at them, they're going to just take off, and then you got to chase on your hands, and really this is not about that. You know, of course, it's up to you how you want to tackle it, but this is just about getting the cars and filling the chop shop list. You know, getting your money and respect built up. Okay, so by this point in the game, we've done the first two missions, basically the jailbreak and then the public defender. And then maybe the other mission right after that, where you go get your the Saints crib down in the missionary area, down in the red light. But that's it. I think at this point we have to do the Three Kings, where you go get Shaundi, Pierce, and Carlos as gang members. But by the time that happens, we will have already got our unlimited rifle ammo, shotgun, dual SMGs, dual pistols, all that. So basically that means we've done all the activities. That's the beauty part of this game. You know, all the activities unlock stuff that you need. Saints Third basically did the same thing, although it didn't give you things you need, but it did give you money and respect. And the respect basically ranked you up to the point where you could get your upgrades. So if Saints 2 had the mechanics of Saints the Third with the story, it would have been one awesome game. Okay, Saints the Third was a pretty awesome game, but the story, in my opinion, and even Demented Priest, it was okay. You know, it just, you know, with this game, Saints 2, you know, it was such an awesome story. You know, your main character from the first game didn't talk. He was basically blown up, left for dead, and you know, the city was lost to the other gangs, and you know, it was just a very good game, story-wise. You know, finding about Dex and Troy and Julius and all that, and really having, you know, it was just a very good story with a very good conclusion at the end. Once you got into Saints the Third, you know, it kind of pushed the limits on this whole thing with the Morning Star and, you know, these big brutes that were running around, and Killbane and all that. And just more like over these over-the-top kind of things, which the Saints has always been about that, but this game was more to the point kind of thing. You know, it wasn't pushing like the ridiculousness of the missions, as far as like, you know, having a big death match with Killbane with, you know, shark models and chainsaws and stuff like that. It's just, you know, one thing. It's just this game just had an awesome story. You know, given your character and everything that happened, it was just awesome. The story, the way it rolled in the Saints the Third, was just, you know, up to gamers' perspective on that kind of end of it. You know, with the Skag coming in and, you know, big flying ship and all that. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It kind of pushed it a little bit. And I don't want to even get into Saints Row the Fourth. You know. But anyway, if Saints 2 had the mechanics to Saints the Third, you would have had like a marquee game, because this game was just awesome. Okay, so jacking another vehicle, getting it up to the chop shop. Okay, this is one of my cars in my own list of vehicles. I like it. Finally, the body decides to flop out. Raining in Stillwater. That hardly ever happens. All the freaking time, actually. Okay, let's get to our next vehicle here. Okay, now with the Justice, I'm going to show you, I'm going to jack it, and then I'm going to cut the video again. I want, the Justice is always one of the vehicles in my inventory. I always like the Justice, and it's something I got to have in my inventory. I make it a point to have about 5 or 6 four-door vehicles in my inventory. When you're doing the snatch missions and the drug trafficking, it's a good idea to have several of the four-door vehicles in your car or in your inventory. And it's the usual deal. Pull up to an area, find a place to park, chill for a minute, nothing's happening, go to another block and chill and just wait for it to spawn up. I've never really had any issue with vehicles not spawning up. I'm sure it may have happened with other gamers from time to time, but I've never really come across an area where it hasn't spawned up. Okay, so right here I jacked this Justice, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically just drive it to my crib and put it in my garage, and then I'm going to come back and do it again. So here we are, we're back again. If there's a particular vehicle that you're getting for the chop shop and you want it, do it first. Like I was mentioning about being careful about one of your own personal vehicles in a chop shop. What had happened is, I think it's the Mag or Magnum or something like that. There's a pickup truck. Maybe it's for the Barrio list. I'm not exactly sure which list it was, but I jacked the truck, I put it in my garage, and then I went and did it for the chop shop. And I put it in there, and then I was doing another chop shop list, and I had my truck, and I was real close to the chop shop blue mission marker, and I just winded up touching it and took my truck, even though that particular vehicle was already satisfied. And I don't know, I probably could have just reloaded the game. I don't know how far back it was, but I decided to move on. You know, I had plenty of other four-door vehicles, but I did like that truck, and it's just one of those vehicles you don't ever see, exception of the chop shop. So it's like this Justice, you just don't see it very much. So that's why when I did it for the chop shop, I decided to put it in my personal inventory. But anytime you're near a chop shop, be careful not to hit that marker with your vehicle, because it'll take it. Okay, so this is over by your downtown crib. Basically, I parked there for a bit. I actually went into the marker to see what it costs for the crib, but I wasn't really wanting to buy it at this particular moment. But once the marker came up for the Titan, I just got in it and started making trails. But like I was mentioning, if you own that crib right there, you could easily put this in your inventory, lose the Wanda level, then go to your suburban crib, take this vehicle out, and you most likely will have a Wanda level, but the chop shop is just like a block away, so you're not having to deal with the police passing you for that long of a period. But like I said, I'm kind of doing this the way the game intended it to be, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, that unlocked the Combine, and it's a really nice looking Saints vehicle, but you know, it's totally useless to you. But I'm gonna take a minute, just take a good look at it. I mean, that's pretty sweet, but you know, unless you're just gonna take it and just cruise down the sidewalk, running people over with it. I think I did that, and it doesn't even combine them; it just runs them over. So, I always wish like Saints had like the ability to have like a favorites and maybe a backup garage. So all your unlocked vehicles that you earn, you could put in a different garage, and then maybe have like a favorite list that you can just have the vehicles that you're going to call in and that kind of thing. Anyway, that takes care of this list. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.